What's up, guys? We're back looking at some more MLB player props in today's video. We're coming off of a 2-0, technically 3-0 day in yesterday's video. Let's get right back to the winners and keep cashing. This applies to not just Prizepicks. These lines are also available on sportsbooks, UnderDog Fantasy, Sleeper, no matter where you guys are. These lines should be available pretty much everywhere. Let's hop in and get to those winners. But before we do so, don't miss out and join the DubClub. We have hit 5 of our last 6 one-unit plays. We've been absolutely killing it over in the DubClub. The best part is that you can join right now literally for free. There is a 2-day free trial linked down in my description or in the comment section. It is risk-free also, so if you don't like the DubClub for whatever reason, just cancel it and it won't charge you. So, again, the DubClub right now comes with all my plays, Discord chat, everything. On top of that, I am long-term profitable. Not every day is a winning day. However, in the long term, we have consistently profited. Over on Prizepicks, I'm up over $5,000. It's literally straight up dollar amount, what I've won profit-wise from Prizepicks. Sleeper, I'm up over $1,300. I'm also profit on Chalkboard, UnderDog, and sportsbooks. So this is how you know that I am a consistent winner and I'm not just talking on my ass like some other people out there selling their plays. So don't miss out and join the DubClub. Link to join is down in my description. Get in with that 2-day free trial and catch some winners with me. With that being said, let's get to these plays. Just play responsibly and at your own risk. Leave a like in the video and subscribe. I really would appreciate it. The most important thing is to have those post notifications turned on so you don't miss future uploads and you get in before some of these lines move. First player prop that I like in today's game is going to be over in the hits, runs, and RBIs category, and I'm going to scroll down until we get to the late game today because I'm going with the Arizona Diamondbacks here. I like Lourdes Gurriel over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs today. Let's take a look at why with Outlier. 7-day free trial for Outlier down in my description. I use this tool for all of my research, but you see right here, he's over this in 59% of games. And by the way, this is a plus 100, so if you're not on Prizepicks, you're on other apps, they're probably given a better payout than Prizepicks is. And I am playing about 75% of a unit on this one. I'm not going with the full unit, so do kind of keep that in mind. But he's over this in 59% of games this year, but against lefties, he's absolutely dominant. Over in 79% of games versus left-handed pitching. But the reason I'm kind of playing a little bit lighter on this one is because this is not just your normal left-handed pitcher. This is going to be Chris Sale. Chris Sale is obviously a very good pitcher. He is definitely on the older side, but still, he's pitching fairly well for sure. His record this season is 11-3 with an earned runs per 9 at 271, which is very good. Let's take a look at why I kind of like this one more, though. You can see here he has a 227 batting average and 22 plate appearances against him. But that's also counting from games when he was with Toronto back in 2018 and 2019. But the 2 games where he was with Arizona, which was 2023 and 2024, he's over this in both of these games here. He has a hit in both of those games. Both games he only had 2 at-bats against him, by the way, and he was able to go over his hits, runs, and RBIs in both of those games. So he does have a really good track record against Chris Sale, especially lately with his new team, which is a good track sign here. But you see what is kind of done with the pitch mix as well here. Mainly Chris Sale throws either the slider or the fastball, about 70-ish% of the time, 75% of the time. So against the slider, he has a 310 weighted on-base average. Not super terrible, not super great either. But against the fastball, he's a lot better at a 325. That is quite a bit better. We take a look here at just kind of the heat maps here to the hot zones. So he throws it a lot of the time just outside the strike zone, low and inside, low and away, or high and outside. And these hits pretty good, especially if it's low and outside. Throws it there about 15% of the time. 571 batting average against that. If it's low and inside, 250 batting average. Not super great, that high and away pitch there. But overall, he hits fairly well pretty much everywhere. So overall, I think it should be a very good spot for Gurriel today. He's great against lefties. Just his team also has to kind of help him out here. So hits, runs, and RBIs prop, which means that if his team isn't getting on base, he would have to have 2 hits to go over this player prop, which is not very likely. So pretty much he needs his team to also help him out today against Chris Sale. But I think they can get this one done here. Arizona has a very good offense, and Chris Sale is definitely a very good pitcher, but I do see some value here, especially at a plus 100 for Lourdes Gurriel here over his hits, runs, and RBIs today against Chris Sale. Before we get into player prop number 2, if you're not already on Chalkboard, it's one of the best apps out there right now. They have alt lines and things like that, so you can get Steven Kwan half a hit. You get strikeout categories change as well, like Mitch Keller from 4.5 or 6.5 strikeouts, and his normal line's at 5.5. They also have the flash category on the board, which is my favorite thing about Chalkboard. They have these anchor plays like Miles Michaelis, which he only needs 2 strikeouts to cover. It's just good for pairs and things like that, so you don't need to find like a pair that can be used with the play that you like. They also have boosts on the board as well, so if you like Mitch Keller's outs today, you can get that boosted. You have CJ Abrams that hits, runs, and RBIs. Same with Francisco Lindor. They have boosts and things like that all the time. They, of course, also have WNBA player props on the board, and these are for tomorrow's games. They don't even have today's games on the board. They have tomorrow's. Well, because there's no WNBA games today. But anyways, if you guys want to join Chalkboard, it's available in most states. Promo code DOMG will get you a first-time deposit match up to $100. Link to join Chalkboard is down in my description. So this next player prop is not on Prizepicks at the moment, but by the time this video goes up or a little bit later in the day, depending on when you're watching this one should eventually go up on the board. It's just not on the board right now because this is his MLB debut, and his lines went up late for when Prizepicks started to put up their pitcher strikeouts. But this is also available on other apps apps and things like that, and it'll probably pay out a little bit better on some other apps as well. But it's going to be Yolbert Diaz here. So Yolbert Diaz is an interesting pitcher. He's at a 4.5 strikeout line today. On Prizepicks, though, he will likely be at about 5 strikeouts. So let me just kind of explain why I like Yolbert Diaz today over his strikeouts. So you see right here what he's done kind of in the minor leagues, because again, this is going to be his MLB debut. July 1st, he had 13 strikeouts. Before that, he had 8 strikeouts, 6 strikeouts, 1 and 2 strikeouts, but one of those games right there with 2 strikeouts, he only threw about 1.2 innings pitched. Other than that, he had 5 strikeouts, 8 strikeouts, 8 strikeouts. This guy is a K pitcher. And Yolbert Diaz here, he mainly uses the fastball, he uses a slider, and he uses the curveball. He is, of course, a righty throwing pitcher. He's a right-handed pitcher. And the Atlanta Braves are not super great against righties when it comes to that fastball, slider, and the curveball. So against the fastball here, you can see what they kind of do for K percentage here. They're not super great against it. You have a lot of these guys ranking like 24 K percentage right there, which is pretty high. The red is striking out a lot, basically is what it is, especially that dark red. And you can see right here that they have about 4 guys that have a 25% K percentage or higher. You have Austin Riley, Matt Olson, you have Adam Duvall, you have Eli Wright as well, but he does strike out a lot, but he also has kind of a smaller sample size. But if you look at like all pitches, he's still striking out a 40% K percentage. But then if you move on to that slider, you can see what he's kind of does for K percentage. You can see here, Clinic, 42%. You can see right there, Matt Olson, 33%, Ozuna with 30%, Sean Murphy with 29%, Adam Duvall with 35%. These are very, very high K percentage, which could mean a lot of good things for the over here for him in his MLB debut. Take a look at the curveball against righties as well, and it gets even worse. 31% pretty much across the board, man. I mean, these guys all in the lineup are just striking out a ton against that righty and the curveball. You have Sean Murphy there with 50%, Ozuna with 50%. Some of these all are kind of smaller sample sizes, but still, overall, they really do strike out a ton. You even look at like current season and last season, and still it's really, really high. Kind of that over 25%-ish. You see a lot of these guys with like 39%, 37% versus that righty curveball. So it should be a very, very nice spot for him, because those pitches that he throws, man, they are K heavy, and he's going to get some whiffs today here. I think it should be a very, very good spot for the over of either 4.5 strikeouts or 5. If you're on a sports book, these lines should be pretty widely available. It should eventually go up on the board here. Did they put something else on the board? Man, they need to hurry up and put Diaz on the board. I don't think John Gray was on the board before, but eventually they should end up putting that one on the board. So hopefully by the time this video goes up, he will be available on the board at around 5 strikeouts, and I will like that over. It's a great spot here. It's also available on like Flip if you guys have it, or sports books if you're in a sports book state. I'm not done with the free plays quite yet, so don't click off, but one last reminder to join the DubClub. If you're not already in the DubClub, don't miss out. You can join now literally for free. You can cancel at any time if you don't like it. 2-day free trial for the DubClub is down in my description. We've been cashing out. If you guys like this tool I used in today's video, it's called Outlier. Get it for yourself. They have an app on the App Store. You can just download it, but use that link down in my description because it does help me out. And you guys get that 7-day free trial. Cancel at any time if you don't like it. I personally absolutely love it. And this tool also, if you're trying to like purchase it, it's only like 20 bucks a month. So it's really, really awesome. I personally really love it. But let's get some more free plays today from the Daily Grind tool. This right here is the Prizepicks Optimizer, which is some of the best expected value plays over on Prizepicks. You see right now we are on the Prizepicks board, and you can see there's some tennis value on the board with one guy over break points, one guy under. You have Mitch Keller favored under fantasy score, Pete Alonso favored over fantasy score, and a lot of different value like that. So if you want to find the most up-to-date plays, you don't have to do any research. You just literally just click on the refresh button, and it pulls out the most expected value plays by just clicking that button. It's really, really easy to use on your phone as well. So if this tool interests you, use the link down in my description, click on the fantasy bundle and scroll down. Promo code DOMG will get you 25% off. They have another tool sold separately called the AI Sub Generator, which is up over 1,200 units since August 18th. Let's go ahead and just show you guys the UnderDog entry that's on the board right now. So this is a 6-pick insured entry over on UnderDog that you could potentially lock in if you want to. There's some under hits, runs, and RBIs player props. There's some bases player props, fantasy scores. So pretty much just a mix of MLB right there. It's a profit margin of 2.41%. The correlation score is going to be plus CV. Like I said earlier, this tool is up a ton of units in like less than a year here. So that's really unheard of. You won't see a single person out there really go up over 1,200 units. So it's really, really hard to do, and this tool has been able to do it. So get it for yourself. Link to join that is down in my description. Click on the AI Sub Generator and then scroll down. Promo code DOMG will get you 25% off. Thank you for watching. I will see you hopefully in tomorrow's video. Best luck with your player props, and hopefully they end up putting Diaz on the board. Thank you for watching. If you want to see I made over $5,000 on Prizepicks, watch this video right here.